Come on in the room. I hope this message, I pray this message finds you well. Welcome to Frequency Friday. I want to offer you a way to manage your frequency and understand the divine messages that are being uploaded and downloaded to you. I've talked to you all before about giving your money to people for very basic readings. You already have everything that you need inside you. In the universe, God, God is ancestors, spirit guides are always sending you direct messages. And it concerns my heart to a degree when I hear people saying, well, should I go left or should I go right? Should I stand up? Should I sit down? Should I speak up for myself? Should I leave? Should I stay? I'm not saying that those are wrong questions. What I'm saying is trust your own voice and trust that the same God and the same spirit that everybody has access to, everybody is somebody and somebody is you. You have access to it as well. And you're giving people 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and $300 for a message that you already have inside of yourself. And at best, with the scenario, you'll hear and see and experience something that confirms it. So, how do we track this when we have, not we, some of us have a myriad of distractions and responsibilities and staying on top of things, and let's say forgetfulness and everything that comes with having your face mashed into a phone or a screen takes away from the takes away from your frequency. It takes away from the divine frequency that we all have access to and we all should be tuned into. Before we had all these frequencies, I can do it with my beloved, and I know other people can too. When you say, oh, I thought you up. I was just thinking about you and you called, you sure gonna live a long time. You know what it is? You're gonna live a long time. They caught the frequency because we can communicate without picking up phones. I did a video about that. I guess I'll drop that in the bottom since that just was returned to me. I'll drop that in this video loop so you can see it. So, what am I saying all this for? I want to offer you a frequency journal. It's a PDF, and I'm giving it to you for free. All you have to do is drop me a DM on Instagram, Elegant Soul Food, or drop your email below if you don't mind whoever sees this channel having your email address. Yeah, and I'll email it to you. So here's what we're doing. Your frequency journal. It's so simple and scary. You put in the number of the day. You want to do this consistently in a row. You want to do this weekly. So in the first column, you have what day of the week it is. So let's say it's 10/25. And you see 11/11. So that's the frequency. And then later and you notice that it was on a clock. Then later that day, you get a receipt, and your receipt says 777. So you do the date again, or just that date, and then run that column of what frequencies that you saw. So in your column is going to be the date, the frequency, what kind of frequency, was it time, was it your receipt, was it something in your email, whatever it was. It could be on a billboard. It could have been your gas stopped on 1313. Or when you pay for your gas and you saw the gallons were 666, whatever it is. So you want to write the time or whatever kind of frequency it is. So from the top, you want to put the date, and then you want to put which frequency you saw. And then you want to put what kind of frequency it was. And then you want to keep doing that each day for 7 days. And then in that last column, you got date, frequency, kind of frequency. You want to also match what was your thought at the time? What were you thinking at the time that that frequency drop kicked you? Because it's literally what it's doing. It's literally like giving you a spiritual body slam. But most of us are not aware. So we want to strengthen those frequency muscles so we know, right? So we can check the vibe on it, right? So here's the thing. So let's say I go 1025 and I see 1111. I see 222. 1026, I see 777. 1027, I see 555. 1028, I see a 16-digit number or 8-digit number. And I see 1111, and I see 444. And I put, was it in my bank account? Was it at the marking of a YouTube video? Was it on my receipt when I was paying for something? Was it on the clock? Was it something that somebody said? Did I see somebody walking by? Or even at the doctor's office, I noticed a nurse would have 222 on her. So where did you see this frequency, and what was happening? And what was your thought that got interrupted or came right after you saw what came before? What came before you saw that frequency? So if you were sitting up thinking about, man, I've been putting off going to the grocery store, and then you notice it's 11:11, you're going to put the date, you're going to put 11:11, you're going to put that it was time, and that you was thinking about going to the grocery store. So you want to do that for 7 days. On the 7th day, the 8th day, before you start again for that day, you want to sit down and you want to make sure you filled in and you looked at these things, and to make sure that last column that says, what were you thinking at that time? Spend literally 2 minutes after you've read through what you were thinking at each one of those frequencies. Say those numbers out loud. 222. I was thinking about going to the grocery store. 777. I was actually buying some food and got my receipt. 555. I was actually in line to get some food. Think about what that means. You're going to be surprised at the type of messages that you get. Just to kind of spill the tea on this scenario that I just read out to you, the time you was thinking about going grocery shopping, the time you was buying some food, and that was the call 777, and then the time you were going to get some food, and the number 555 came up. In your spirit, you should get the unction, the intuition, the spiritual upload and download, that you should be conscious about the food that you're eating, and that you're making conscious decisions about your eating and what those frequency numbers mean, like with 444 meaning stability, right? You get what I'm saying? So that's my Freaky Friday and freebie. Again, quit running up giving people all this money. Because everything you need to know, you live in your life. Nobody else can funk in your feet but you. So again, if you are interested in getting this free PDF, you can DM me on Instagram, Elegant Soul Food, or if you don't care about somebody having your email address, drop your email address below, and I will send you the free PDF. I guess my elegant dot soul food 10 at Gmail works. I don't pay for that Gmail backup stuff. All right, I'll pull some frequency on this. Thank you for letting me be myself again and share with y'all. So I'm gonna pull this little frequency. We're gonna get on up out of here. Again, I hope this message stands you well. Quit giving people y'all money. If you'd like a free journal PDF, you can DM me on Elegant Soul Food on Instagram. You can drop your email below. Storm. Expect change. When you funk with your frequency, expect change. Oh, the power of love lasts. Expect change. Expect change. Confirmation. This is gonna be a changing game for you. Oh, like I said on the before you start your next first day on the 8th day, that's when you see what messages. And you know what? Here's what's gonna happen. You're going to find that you are able to sew it all together. If you do this for a whole month, you're going to be able to sew it all together. The frequency and what the divine is trying to drive home to you and what you need to be working on for your best benefit. Not a cookie cutter reading because you a Scorpio. Not a cookie cutter reading because you a Gemini. Not a cookie cutter reading because it's Mercury retrograde. Stop giving people y'all money. And do it for love. That's what the card came up. Do all that for love. So you're going to change for love. Free message. This is a free message because I'm tired of y'all giving people y'all money for stuff that y'all can do yourselves and for yourselves. I ain't saying don't give people no love donation, but I can honestly say with no qualms and under a lie detector, not everybody can give me a message. Not everybody can give me a reading. I have been being generous with my money and my time. I'm just out somewhere and I see a young person trying to get up and do their stuff. And I'm saying, I'm going to see how much this baby know. Or sometimes they much older than me. I'm just like, yeah, I just want to see. Oh, how much? Oh, okay. And I sit down and I'll make a face. I'll just sit there like, and I could tell by the way they approach me whether they really are tapped into spirit or not, or they just out here getting their money. Whatever spiritual consequences you can live with them. So no judgment, but I can tell how strong she is in her faith. You know how people say in the Christian world how strong they are in their faith. They could tell that they a power. Was it a power warrior, a prayer warrior, and all that kind of stuff? It's the same thing outside of Christianity. I can tell what you're standing on by how you approach me because I'm not confused about what's happening with me. I'm tapped into my spirit guide. So yeah, you can't just piss on me and tell me it's rain. I'll be like, what is raining? Oh no. I guess I need to go figure out this, that, and the third. And there is nothing being withheld from you. Tap on in. Tap on in. All right. Sorry, I had my cards all over the place. So, all right, we're going to pull cosmic energy. But it's Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday. We're going to stop being freaks. Freak. When it comes to our spirituality, we're going to come on and be some frequency giants, some frequency superheroes. Okay. What flew across there? Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. Do you see how confirmations work? Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. I shouldn't even have to explain this. Everything you see around you is a perfect reflection of where you are on your path. Confirmation. Yes, everything. Our material universe is designed to be symbolic, be a symbolic likeness of what is created on a spiritual plane, as above, as below, as within, as without, as the universe, so the soul. Your relationships are no way to see into this mirror. Think of the relationship you cherish and the characteristics you adore in each certain person, such as your heroes, your mentors, The good news is that these same aspects are in you, in your golden shadow. The reverse of this is also true. The most difficult aspects of certain people are aspects of yourself that you haven't embraced or seen fully. This is calling for you to be honest, for your actions and your words to always reflect your true self. By doing so, you become more of a clear mirror, and your relationships will reflect even more peace, joy, and contentment. Remember, all relationships are not just with each other, with other people, they are with food, money, alcohol, work, etc. Confirmation. So this card is asking you, in what ways am I pleased with what my mirror is reflecting in my life? And in what ways am I seeing turmoil, frustration, and chaos? Boom. Yeah. It was saying that you could make two lists: characteristics of people that you admire and appreciate, and characteristics of people that drive you crazy. Embrace and appreciate both. Recognize how these aspects are also in you. Bada bing, bada boom, da boom. All right, that's up. That's what's up. Love you guys, and I'll see you later. And hit me up if you want this free PDF. And I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and blessings.